In the shadowed corridors of the British monarchy, power never slept. Beneath the glittering gold lay fear, intrigue, and battles of will strong enough to shake an entire dynasty. Every glance carried meaning. Every choice could cost a life. Now, 20 powerful figures return, vivid and formidable through hyper-realistic reconstruction. Watch till the end to discover who truly held the greatest influence in this dynasty, and don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Number 1.
George the First Thrower, 1660, 1727. The first Hanoverian king rose to the throne amid political turmoil shaped by succession disputes and shifting power in Britain. His broken marriage and the tale of the elusive Green Lady added intrigue to his private life. He died in 1727 while traveling back to Hanover, leaving a legacy that helped establish the early framework of the modern constitutional monarchy.
Number 2.
George II, 1683, 1760. The second Hanoverian monarch ascended the throne during a period of intense military pressure and continental rivalry. His fiery temperament was well known, yet he became the last British king to personally command troops at Dettingen, demonstrating uncommon bravery. His private life was marked by dramatic episodes, and he died in 1760, leaving a legacy that strengthened the stability of the Hanoverian dynasty and accelerated the expansion of the British Empire.
Number 3.
George III, 1738, 1820, the first Hanoverian monarch born in Britain and affectionately called the Good King, ruled during an age shaped by the American Revolution and the rise of the Industrial Revolution. His personal virtue and devotion earned public respect, even as recurring illness frequently disrupted governance. He died in 1820, leaving a complex legacy that profoundly influenced Britain's political evolution and its emergence as a modern industrial state.
Number 4.
George IV, 1762, 1830. The fourth Hanoverian monarch was a deeply complex and contradictory figure, celebrated for his brilliance yet troubled in private. Nicknamed the First Gentleman of Europe, he shaped the splendor of Regency culture through impeccable taste and artistic patronage. At the same time, his life unraveled in debt, scandal, and a bitter feud with Caroline of Brunswick. He died in 1830, leaving a controversial legacy that transformed British architecture, fashion, and cultural identity.
Number 5.
William IV, 1765, 1837. The fifth Hanoverian monarch was a plain-spoken yet contradictory figure whose long naval career shaped his direct and unpretentious manner. Known as the Sailor King, he earned affection for his honesty and closeness to ordinary people. His brief reign saw the landmark Reform Act of 1832, along with light-hearted tales such as him enthusiastically gifting a tomato plant to a visiting guest. He died in 1837, leaving a transitional legacy that ushered in the flourishing Victorian era.
Number 6.
Queen Victoria. 1819–1901, the first female Hanoverian monarch, was a powerful yet deeply contradictory figure whose 63-year reign became one of the longest in British history. Known for her strict discipline and strong moral presence, she also showed profound emotional depth, especially after the death of Prince Albert. Her era witnessed rapid industrialization, imperial expansion, and Britain's rise as a global power. She died in 1901, closing a defining chapter in the nation's history.
Number 7.
Ernest Augustus I, 1771–1851, younger brother of George IV and William IV, became King of Hanover in 1837 when succession laws barred Queen Victoria from ruling. A staunch conservative, he abolished the liberal constitution and emerged as one of the most controversial monarchs of his age. Persistent rumors even claimed he was the true father of King William of Württemberg. He died in 1851, leaving a legacy marked by political unrest that foreshadowed Hanover's later conflict with Prussia.
Number 8.
George V of Hanover, 1819–1878. The son of Ernest Augustus I, was the last king of Hanover before its annexation by Prussia. Blind in one eye from childhood yet firmly conservative, he upheld the idea that Hanover must be true to itself, aligning with Austria in 1866. Defeat forced him into exile in Austria. He died in 1878, leaving a legacy defined by the fall of Hanover and the enduring image of a steadfast monarch in an era of upheaval.
Number 9.
Ernest Augustus, Crown Prince of Hanover, 1845–1923. The son of George V of Hanover, remained an uncrowned heir after the kingdom was annexed by Prussia in 1866. Partially blind like his father, he became known for his steadfast character and devotion to Hanoverian tradition. Living much of his life in exile, he worked to preserve royal honor through diplomacy and cultural continuity. He died in 1923, leaving a legacy rooted in the preservation of Hanover's identity long after the kingdom no longer existed.
Number 10.
Prince George, Duke of Cambridge, 1819. 1904, grandson of George III and Commander-in-Chief of the British Army for more than 39 years, was a staunch conservative yet internally conflicted figure. He resisted military reforms, insisting that tradition formed the backbone of the army. His long, unrecognized secret marriage to Sarah Fairbrother added controversy to his private life. He died at the age of 85, leaving a legacy tied to the army's stagnation before modern reform.
Number 11.
Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, 1767, 1820. The fourth son of George III and father of Queen Victoria, was a disciplined yet paradoxical figure. Strict in military command, yet protective of the soldiers under him, he balanced authority with reform-mindedness. Burdened by debt, he spent years in exile in Brussels, where rumors claimed he once painted his own garden fence to save money. He died at the age of 53, a passing that cleared the way for Victoria's rise and the dawn of a new era.
Number 12.
Prince Frederick, Duke of York, 1763–1827. The second son of George III, was a figure of sharp contradictions, strict in military command yet long mocked through the nursery rhyme, The Grand Old Duke of York, which satirized one of his failed campaigns. Involved in the scandal surrounding Mary Ann Clark's sale of commissions, he nonetheless introduced reforms that shaped the modern British Army. He died at the age of 64, leaving a legacy both influential and overshadowed by controversy.
Number 13.
Prince Adolphus, Duke of Cambridge, 1774–1850. The youngest son of George III, was a calm yet resolute figure who served in the German forces and later governed Hanover for decades. Admired for his gentle administration, he was even said to have visited the sick during a severe epidemic. He died at the age of 76, leaving a legacy rooted in Hanover's political stability and in a lineage that would ultimately reclaim the Hanoverian throne.
Number 14.
Princess Charlotte of Wales, 1796–1817. The only child of George IV, was widely seen as the great hope of the Hanoverian dynasty. Lively, warm-hearted, and independent, she won deep affection from the public. Her marriage to Prince Leopold was a rare royal love match, yet tragedy struck when she died at the age of 21 after childbirth. sending Britain into mourning. Her death paved the way for Victoria's rise, reshaping the monarchy's future.
Number 15.
Princess Augusta Sophia, 1768, 1840. The second daughter of George III was a gentle and sensitive figure shaped by the strict confines of Hanoverian court life. Deeply attached to her mother, Queen Charlotte, she played a quiet role as the king's health declined. Rumors linked her to a secret romance with Sir Brent Spencer, adding mystery to her private world. She died at the age of 71, leaving a legacy of quiet devotion and unspoken longing.
Number 16.
Princess Mary, Duchess of Gloucester, 1776, 1857. The youngest and longest-lived daughter of George III, was a gentle and disciplined figure devoted to her family. She witnessed the long arc of the Hanoverian era, later marrying the Duke of Gloucester at the age of 40 in a rare royal match built on affection. Rumors say she quietly aided the young Queen Victoria in her earliest days. She died at the age of 81, leaving a legacy of dignity and steadfast devotion.
Number 17.
Prince Augustus Frederick, Duke of Sussex, 1773, 1843. The sixth son of George III, was a progressive royal who supported religious liberty, abolition, and social reform. His two marriages broke the Royal Marriages Act, yet his vast scholarship and 50,000-volume library earned him deep admiration. One anecdote claims he borrowed books so often that the British Museum sent bills to the palace. He died at the age of 70, leaving the lasting impression of a compassionate, intellectually inspired prince.
Number 18.
Caroline of Ansbach, 1683-1737, consort of George II, was one of the most influential women of the Hanoverian age, admired for her intelligence and political judgment. She often governed during the king's absences and supported great thinkers such as Leibniz and Handel. A well-known story tells that on her deathbed, she urged the king to remarry, and he answered softly, "No, I shall only have mistresses." She died at the age of 54, leaving the lasting impression of a wise and quietly powerful queen consort.
Number 19.
Queen Charlotte, 1744, 1818, consort of George III, was one of the most influential women of the Hanoverian era. Gentle yet perceptive, she served as the emotional anchor of the royal family during the king's long decline. A devoted patron of the arts, she invited the young Mozart to perform and helped introduce new plants and flowers to Britain. She died at the age of 74, leaving the enduring impression of a compassionate and steadfast queen.
Number 20.
Caroline of Brunswick, 1768–1821, wife of George IV, was a tragic yet defiant figure in British royal history. Cast aside after an unhappy arranged marriage, she lived in exile in Italy until returning to London to claim her place as queen. The so-called Queen's Trial won her the sympathy of the people, even as rumors spread of a secret diary used against her. She died at the age of 53 under suspicious circumstances, leaving the lasting impression of a woman who confronted royal hypocrisy with extraordinary courage. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and hit subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting content.